Hello everybody, welcome to another stream. First of many this week. See Adam's here with us. Alright Adam, nice to have you again. The usual. The casuals, the regulars, that's the word I'm looking for. Are we doing okay Adam? I've just loaded up the old server, going again. There was an update today it seems, or sometime over the weekend. And this is the second time I've loaded it up because I thought there was something wrong. The second time I can just see there's a slight up and down movement, like I've got low or high sugar level or something, I'm shaking, it's weird. If you notice on the screen, look carefully, you can see it shuffling up and down ever so slightly. If I turn the jetpack on, it still does it. If I turn the jetpack off, it still does it. So whether it's the base shaking or what, or just something weird in the game, I do not know. But yes. But yeah, my weekend was good. Spent the weekend with my boys and had a nice weekend, nice relaxing weekend. Away from the computer as well, which is always good I suppose. But yeah, back now and busy day at work, and now on to the nice stream. I've had lots of ideas today what to do in the stream. I figured we'd done all that work on the cargo area. I thought, you know what, I want to make a little vehicle to shunt around all the containers that we're going to have. So I think I'm going to try and make a nice small container and then build a vehicle that can maneuver them around. I did a little bit of work on some scripts for them drones, not ready to put in yet, but in doing it made me realise that I can have lots of vehicles automated using quite a decent logic system. So I figured that up top here I might have a couple of drop-off areas where ships and whatever can just drop off containers. As long as they sit within a certain area, they can be dropped off, and then these vehicles will automatically detect that and they'll make their way up, pick it up and bring it back down and put it onto a connector down here. So no ships need to come down here, just have these automated little vehicles that will drop them off. And if we need an empty container up top, we can request one and they'll bring one up. So I've worked out logic how that could be done. I just need to make a vehicle now that's capable of it. So I think I might do that on the stream, it could be quite nice. Not too sure entirely how I'm going to do it. I'm thinking of maybe having some you connect a pod down here, or like a racking system, maybe either side and the corners, and they'll be connected to be numbered in a certain order, so that there's always one that it goes to first. If that's taken up, it then goes to the next one. If that's taken up, it goes to the next, and so on. And then if any become empty, they'll automatically get taken up, or like a system like that. So it looked quite nice. It'd be nice to have these vehicles just randomly doing stuff and just seeing them working. And it'd also be, I need to make sure the containers can fit up here, because I want the vehicles to be able to take the container along here and down, so they can be taken to other departments if needed. Although, if the base is conveyed, there would be no need to take a container over the bridge at all, so it might just leave the bridge just for access for the vehicles, because the vehicles could be used maybe for something else. Not too sure what, but yeah, we'll see what we can do with the container size. It's probably not really need for the containers to go past here. The vehicles could do for some reason, maybe like a charge station. That'd be quite nice to see them go over here to a charge station. Seeing as the power's at the back, I suppose you could have charge stations, docks at the back here for them. So yeah, this could be actually a good place to dock all the different vehicles. So perhaps, say we had like 2 or 4 of the vehicles that go around doing the shunting, and this could be where they dock and park, and when they're required they go over the bridge, pick up the crate from wherever it's going to be picked up and move it to wherever it's going to be moved to. That could be pretty cool. That's like a plan, I think. Just got to make a crate, I think. Let's start with a crate and then go from there. Yeah, I'm going to give that a go. Okay, let's start with that. Let's clear my bar first, because it can be a bit of a mess when you've got a bar full of stuff. Right, let's start off with some standard building blocks that I like to use. We'll use them battery powered because they'll charge from the base. We will need a remote control. We shall probably use have to use these wheels, I think. Yeah, we will have to use those wheels. I had in mind a skid steer, but I don't think I can do it with the remote control. No, I can't, so I'm going to have to use these. Gyroscope, no thrusters. It's going to use powered wheels. It should be quite nice. Going to need an antenna. What else will we need? Well, we're going to make the containers, so let's. I'm going to try and be efficient here. A small cargo container, a medium, and a large. Have a look which ones there are best. And again, there'll be a battery on that. And we're also going to need the connector on there. Okay, that would do for now. So first of all, let's build a container. Let's figure out what sizes we want here. And we're going to go for small blocks, so let's change it. That is tiny. Actually, no, we need to do large blocks, don't we? Because we're connected to the base. But it's a small ship that will carry it. That's going to be too big. And a small one. I suppose we could go for a small ship design with a container, but on a medium. It's quite a nice size to use, I suppose. Hang on, small ship, medium, cargo container not available for a station. It's a small ship one. It's quite a nice size though. Hard to scale what this vehicle is going to be like, really. And if you think about ships coming in with containers, they're going to be a fairly decent size. And the vehicle we build is going to need to be their kind of size. Right, okay. I think then... yeah, a large container, but on small ship blocks. Let's make containers of those. I think that should be okay. The only problem is the connector block. No, that'd be fine. Yeah, we go for large, but on a small ship. Yeah, let's go for that. And we could probably make it a couple of these long, so it could be a couple of large ones together. So something like we'll pop down a second. It's a shame almost in a way that we can't just literally just use that, but we'd have no way of connecting and all these bits and pieces, so let's put that on the front. How would we... hope we got the right one, wouldn't it? Just wondering how I've managed to get... oh, there we are. It's 3 ways round, isn't it? Okay, so I've put the connector on the wrong side already. Or have I? I've got a small... so between them, this could be a bit of a pain. We've got 3 sides, we've got the large connectors, 3 sides, we've got small connectors. We need to use the large connectors, I think, just to help stop any limits. So perhaps we should do this symmetrical. So like that, then they alternate either side, and then a connector on this end as well. And now we have quite a usable little container. Yeah, that could work. It's not too big, not too small. It's usable. I mean, these could be stacked up, lots of them, in a large ship, but they could also be used as small ships. So they'd be really versatile. I just need to now figure out the best way to include a battery pack on them. without being too cumbersome. And this is 2 blocks in height, isn't it? I suppose it might make sense actually to put connectors top and bottom as well. They're going to be small on the bottom, aren't they? That's a good point actually. Are they small? They are, aren't they? Now this is a little bit frustrating because I need to now work out the best orientations for these so they can connect together to be used. They can have connectors front and back and maybe even top and bottom. Wish they had all sides of the large connectors on. That would really be helpful. I hadn't planned on actually being able to place these on the floor onto a connector. I literally just want them to be stackable, so front and back to connect. So my vehicle that would move them would link it up to something on the wall possibly. Or perhaps I should have one at the front and one underneath. Maybe that's the sort of layout they should be. But then I can't really stack them and use them. Trying to think of an orientation for them. There's only 3 sides, so if I want to have one at the bottom, that needs to be facing down, which means I had these at the sides. I suppose I could have rotated that block, so that's the underside. Then I'd have front and back and underneath. I suppose I could do the same with that one, but that would want to be up top really. Perhaps if I do that up top and the other side down bottom, have a connector top and bottom, they can be stacked in many different variations and orientations. I think that might be the better way to do it actually. Let's put one of these on like that. Ooh. Oh no, of course I can't do that because it's not going to connect the 2 together, so that's not going to work. Could be harder than I originally thought. Well, tell you what we'll do, let's get a landing gear down. And then start building around that so I can look underneath better. Landing gear, where are you? Where are you? I'll refuse to type it in, but we're going to have to in a minute. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this ups across. Okay. Well, I'm going to need front and back at least. This is a conundrum, there's no easy way to link these up. They like on here. Front and back. No, I know what I'm going to do. Get an extra container in the middle, make them slightly longer. It gives me room to put the battery in as well. Do to the sides again, or should I do underneath and above? I suppose you can flip these around any way you want, so that could be underneath and above if I do connectors on them. Whether I also do lots of connectors, that could be an issue with connecting to it using an automated system. So yeah, another problem. I think we'll just keep to either end. And the arrangement we've got so far with an open on each side could probably use for accessing to the actual crates themselves. That would make sense. Okay, and then the battery can now fit in nicely on the side. Would be a good way to just do it like that. We attempt to put another battery on the other side just to make it even. You don't really need much power for this, so what could I add to a crate? Pretty much more I'm going to need now other than blocks just to make it look fancy. Let's on the rounded blocks, I think. Should we go for heavy armour? Let's go for heavy armour, let's make them pretty robust. Yeah. And we should also therefore get the heavy armour block as well. Okay. These sides open so they can be used manually to access whatever's in the crates. Think of a nice colour for these as well. I think white might be quite nice actually, just do them white. Should I leave the top and bottoms like that, or should I actually fill them in? I think I don't want them to get too big, but I also want them to look like they're a custom solution, so to speak. Yeah, thanks for Adam. Anybody wants to join, they can. The link for the group is in the description. Join the Steam group, Beardie.D subscribers, and you will then be able to find the game link to join either by finding me and joining me, or yeah, that's how you do it actually. Yeah, that is the way to do it. Deep in concentration here trying to picture this one. One day Adam will get in there, he just needs to get himself a PC and the game. But I do think actually Adam might be the best person at playing Space Engineers for someone who has never played it before. But certainly put many hours in watching these videos. Is that looking good? I don't suppose we can actually put a block in there, can we? Oh, we can. Might be worth putting some kind of lights in there actually. I was thinking of putting some kind of skid plates or something, but seeing as we're using heavy armour, I don't think we'll have to worry about it. You're welcome, Adam. You certainly pointed out a few things to me, so it just shows You know, I've got many hours on this game. But you still teach me things sometimes, which is interesting. I think this is going to look alright. Doesn't look too small, and it's also not too large. And since we're using the small blocks to make this, we get quite a nice amount of detail on it as well. Once I've made this, I can get a better idea for the sort of size of the vehicle I'm going to need that can move them. Needs to be fairly small and strong as well, that vehicle that I make, so it'll be interesting as well. I wish I'd done symmetry on this. Yeah, I basically am making a forklift, I guess, but obviously it's something a little more futuristic. But it won't really be forks, it'll be using a connector block to pick them up. I've had a few ideas. I mean, this style crate was what I had in mind as well anyway, and I was thinking about what you call, I think it's called a hook lift truck, where there's like an L-shaped beam on the back of a truck. And pistons push it over to pick up on the hook on the back of the crate, which in this case would be a connector, and then put it onto the back. But I figured that would take a bit too much time. It might look cool, but it would take a bit too much space, too much time, and a bit too clangy, to be honest. I know it's not really a problem, clang, because we like to try and tempt it and see how far we can push it, but I don't know, I just want something that works and something that's graceful, you know? So I'm literally thinking just one piston, to raise and lower, pretty much like a forklift would, and then a connector on the end of that. I do think that would be the way. The problem then is the whole thing tipping forward because of the weight of the container on the front, so that's another issue I've got. So it might be a case of having like a flat bed on it, and somehow lifting onto it, but we can have fun with that and figure something out. I think I am tempted to put another battery on the other side. It doesn't need another battery, but it'll just, just finish it off, I suppose. Then we've also got the top end. We'll keep them contained, I think. I suppose we could actually put a programmable block in each one, a timer, and then put an LCD screen on the side so you can see what's in it. That could be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, OCD kicking in. I mean, we could have the battery that side, and on this side have an LCD screen that tells you what's actually inside of it, and then put a timer block and a programmer block inside, and then it'll just, you've always got eventually then what's inside, what's on it. I quite like that idea actually. I'm just going to do it. I'm liking it a lot. So we have a screen on that side, and a battery on that side, so you can see how much power the crate's got, which you're never really going to need to see because it'll always have enough power. It'll always be connected to something, and if it's left on its own, it's not really using a lot of power, even with the computer inside. Okay, so what we'll do now, get inside and put a timer block in. Not too graceful with the keyboard tonight. I don't know what's going on with me. It's been a couple of days on to play the game and I'm already losing it. Yeah, we fit them down there quite nicely. Okay, so let's go for a timer block. And a programmable block. sure there's anything else we might want on here. I can't think what. I mean, we could probably put some lights on it. It might be worth doing lights. Then where would I put them? Probably on these corners here. If I do that, it'd be nice to have some kind of feature of the lights so that they actually change colour based on what's happening. I might leave that for now because it might become too complicated. There'll be quite a few of these around. Having all these programmable blocks and timers on them could be a problem for the server eventually, so let's keep it simple for now. Button on these. Look. That should do the job there. Keep it hollow because there's no point trying to fill it in. Okay. Now if we get this named quite nicely. Okay, let's name the actual thing. Wow, what can we call it? Some sort of pod. Cargo pod? That would do. And then we should copy that. And then for each item, we shall put it in brackets. Keyboard works. Few buttons as you can. A few times it doesn't work. I've got one of these keyboards that for some reason it has a delay when it's in this game. Connector 1, connector 2. I will actually name it connector 1, it looks better then. Landing gear's coming off. Cargo container 1. And the medium cargo container, which is in the middle, and then the LCD panel, and we shall put that LCD. I've just realised the LCD program I want to use doesn't work anymore. I think I'll have to find that out now, won't I? Then later second to actions. Think. On a block. Which will start. So I'm going to keep it to a second delay. It doesn't need to run that much. But to be honest, I probably could put it to a 2-second delay. That would really help. Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn it to a 2-second delay. It doesn't need to really update that often, does it? That will really help the server quite a lot. Okay, so now we're okay to duplicate these without causing too many issues. Need to put some more blocks underneath still and load up the LCD panel. But let's do that now. Not the LCD panel, the programmable block. There you go. You're not far wrong there, Adam, about numbering them separately. That's something that we may have to. If we do, then I'll put the number in the cargo pod title within the brackets and put it in every single attachment as well. It's going to be a bit of a pain to do, but as long as I get as much of it done as possible now, when I duplicate there's not so much left to do. I might be able to get away with it though, to be honest. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably hide all these as well. Okay, let's edit the script, browse the workshop, and we want the automatic LCDs too. Okay, let's hope this works now. Bit of time to check the code. this one. Ah, there we go. Booting up. Lovely. Like it's working then. Commands to the custom data. Alright, custom data, and then we want inventory. I will probably have to mess around with this to get exactly how we want. We don't want to show 0 values, for example. And if I remember rightly, there's a few ways you can do this. Is it X? No. Let's have a check at the old. Just quickly looking at the help file, which is actually a web page. Just to quickly grab the command I need. I've done it so many times, yeah, I still can't remember. Right, so it's inventory, but we only want to show the stuff we've got. Inventory. Okay, so we've got changed it a little bit, I think. Right, so we've got, oh no, we do inventory list X. That was what I was thinking of, the X. It removes 0 items. And we've got the options of S as well. Right, okay. Let's close that. Cancel, remember and exit. Go to LCD. List and then X. That's better, there's nothing in it, so that's okay at the moment. Let's put something in it quickly that we haven't got anyway. Have we? Yeah, we have, there we go. Couple of seconds, it'll update. Automatic rifle, that's cool. What we might actually do as well, if I let me put like number 1. That way we can visually see which one it is as well. A couple of seconds, that should update. There we go. And I'm even going to add a line because I want to. But we should probably check the font we're using. Debug, we want mono space, don't we? No, maybe not. We'll leave that, but let's go for the dark blue maybe. Oh, I'm not too sure on these. We'll leave that for now. There is a way of centering a text as well, if I remember right. Remember how to center. Where are you? Space single centered line of text instead of echo. Gotcha. That kind of makes sense actually. That is better. And we can do the same actually to the underlines. Do a couple extra so it goes either side nicely. That's nice. You can clearly see then what cargo pod it is. I think that works. Yeah, where did I just fall through? A little gap. Right, okay. Let's get underneath. Put these underneath here. That we don't need, because these are the standard blocks, aren't they? There we go. Right. Let's do a bit of spectator after I got rid of this. We are. Where is that block? That's strange, because you should be able to see it differently. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Now let's think about colours. For white. Wrong one. Ooh, hello, that's glitching quite badly. Strange. Okay, very strange about things. Delete that, and that one there goes funny. Space engineer's loveliness. And now I've got it down there. Oh, what you like? I'm sure I chose white though. That's the weird thing. It doesn't look very white to me. Oh, it's back. You're looking white. Fucking off. It's not actually white. That would be the best white to have, I suppose. There we go. Hey, Walgreen, welcome to the stream. And now there's a little bit of me thinking these edges could do rounding. What am I like? We do have the block for this, don't we? Yeah, we do. I think that would look better. Now, does that look better? Shame that this corner tool insists on having 3 sides that are rounded rather than just 2. Alright, does that look better? Or does that look better? Or should I maybe even go for the squared off corners? So, how would that work? That one, I suppose. Okay, what looks better? That one? Or that one? I Right, this fungus hasn't got dodgy corners, but because of the roundness of the block, that looks nice at this edge. Not sure which one I like, really. Walking, what we're building, I don't remember last episode, we built this ramp here to come down to here. It's going to be like a warehousey kind of storage place. I wanted to put containers and have various connector blocks. I'm making a crate that we can use for that, so it can be stacked up in here in different ways of connecting. And then I'm going to make a vehicle which basically brings them up and down from the below here. So ships would come in, they'd unload, there'd be other vehicles that unload them from the ship, and then drop them down into little bay areas. And then once it goes into the bay, there'd be an automated vehicle that will drive up, come and collect it and bring it down to one of the available bays. That's what I'm planning on. So I'm just making really the containers for now, and then I'll make the vehicle. So, reckon that the round edge looks better, do we? It does stay in keeping with the rest of the design, I suppose. Yeah, let's go for the rounded edges. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. Like it was the right way around. There we go. That's cool. Kind of almost want to indent the LCD into the side so it's more protected, because I can't really stack that with the LCD on there, can I? That's an interesting idea. So maybe I should move the LCD screen down. Touch. Yeah, I think I should. I think I should put the LCD screen here, maybe. If it'll fit, it should do. Just have to put a block behind, don't I? Better. That's more protected now, it's not going to get damaged, so... Ooh, I just realised the block behind has got... computer on, isn't it? Oh no, it hasn't. I put it to the sides, not the underneath. I was saying that. Maybe I should centre that in this area. Oh, 1, 2, 3. That's going to frustrate me now. It's not exactly going to be centred, but it's close. No, it's not. That is. That would look better. The amount of design and idea efforts that have gone into this little crate. Right. Okay, again, this one doesn't look right. Last button you press. You wouldn't carry on pressing the wrong button, would you? Well, I would, I suppose. Okay. See, I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that for some reason. Yeah, Adam. Still got to build the part that moves it and where it will connect to the base. Well, I'm just going to use the connector. Whatever I use is going to connect the connector either both ends or one end. Probably one end, because then when it puts it down it needs to connect to a wall. So I'll probably just... I think I might actually have like a stack system, so it kind of rolls in. I might even put little wheels so you can push it in on the wheels, then it'll just guide up to it. So you think like a racking system where it lifts up, puts it into place, pushes it in. So you could have like 2 or 3 high. The forklift piston on the vehicle could lift it to the height it needs to be in, pushes it in, and then the wheels that are underneath roll it in until it reaches the back of the shelf where the connector then meets another connector and then they lock. Still not liking this screen though. Maybe I should just move it 1 more so it's... oh, 2 more so it's actually symmetrical, so it's like the back of that then. And if I do that, maybe I ought to just... problems. Yeah, it'll look better when it's here. The problem is the racking idea I've got in mind, you won't be able to see these screens once it's in there. That's another problem. Saw that time. There we go. When it's done. I just noticed I've built them with the wrong block. That's better. Now I have to do that side. That's cool. Okay, let's pop this back in again. I should be able to paste. Yeah, there you go. Code LCD panel. LCD. Custom data. Enter. Pod number 1. And then inventory list X. There we go. That's cool. Okay, I'm happy with that now. Okay, let's take the old gun back out. Rifle, we'll call it. Cool. Ooh, there we go. Missed that. Still doesn't look very white to me though. This is the lighting, isn't it? There you go. Now, this outline with the rounded part, maybe I should do a different colour. Yellow, maybe? That look a bit too gorish. I might actually just go for grey or black. Black, perhaps. That's looking good. So everybody else is. We get some more people to join in today again, I think. Got some real good progress done last week when we were done here on Friday night, wasn't it? Yeah, Friday night. Pretty much doubled the size of the base, or the interior of the base, in one stream. Yeah, I'm liking this outline with the while I'm moving, when I haven't actually pressed anything. Oh damn it is. There we go. So yeah, I'm trying to picture the vehicle we're going to use for this. I'm thinking it might have to be something that's got like legs that go down either side. But then I need to lift it up and put it onto a railing. So be interested in figuring this one out. Then again, the vehicle could have plenty of weight to counteract the weight that's on this cargo, but you get a full cargo pod, that's quite a lot of weight you can get inside these. Oh, it had to happen once, didn't it? I've just pressed the wrong button. I was trying to grab it, not use that. Okay, where was it? It was there, I think. This is worse. Okay. I think you're right there, Adam. Would have definitely been quicker to do that. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. Right. I think what we'll do as well, I think we'll make the connectors. Well, actually, I don't know about that. They'll actually look a different shade. Surround what you did back as. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I think that's it, that's done. Let's just double check that it's named correctly and then I can blueprint it. See, I forgot the name again. Cargo pod. Okay, come away. Try it again. Info, cargo pod. Yes. Control panel through there. Awesome. Okay, let's sort of set all them apart from containers themselves. Item, that's good. But you know what, we need the connectors, don't we? Actually no, we don't, because we're not going to use these connectors. But what I will do is change the setting on them because we don't want them snapping too hard. Not connectors, not cargo containers. Strength, drop that down quite a bit. That's interesting. Okay. do it then. Okay, let's go with that and see how that goes. Right. Let's copy it first. Cargo pod. Good screenshot. Today would be nice. Stretch because I'm wide or towards screen. Right, that's done. We've got that. That's awesome. Right, now we'll be able to build a ship that can carry it. Oh, hi Lady Freedom, just seen you. Welcome to the stream. What's it going to be used for? Well, it's just a cargo container, so we can use it to get cargo to and from the base, whether it's using a ship, a vehicle, whatever it could be. This could be used universally. It's mainly just to make it look good. I just want to have lots of automated vehicles moving around, and they'll be carrying these around, and they can be used as well. And I think what I might do is a racking system idea, I think, and then build a vehicle. Right. Now let's just get the that's the one. Drift P, that gives you the colour. Basically a block wide. Just over a block wide. Ah, it's going to be a problem, isn't it? Didn't think about that. So I'll probably just do a shell for rollers. Nebula freighter. I've seen quite a few freighting ideas. Problem is I wanted mine to be fairly small to fit in here. So if we do a rack system, it's just over one high. So if I put wheels, and they can settle there. They're going to have the rotors as well. So let's. Sure how this is going to work. Just something I had in my mind as an idea, but it's not going to. Why can't I put that on there? Because of where it is on the floor. It is, isn't it? Can I put more on the end? I can. So, but that's no good because I've put them next to each other. They're all going to be moving. Might just have to just put blast blocks in, which will be easier. That's good to know, Lady Freedom. I'll have a look sometime. So I've been having these ideas in my head all day today, and it's been driving me crazy. So I thought I'd just give it a try. These are blaster blocks. That'd be good. In fact, that's not. We might better use them to get the height we need. We can use a half block, so can't we? The problem is it's taken quite a lot of space just having that. And I also have to line up the actual connector, don't I? another problem, so I'm going to have to light up the middle block really. This has to go on there, which means I've got to get rid of these. So I might just have it hanging off the wall, to be honest. Not ideal, but perhaps I could add some blocks on the sides. Then I could use a forklift idea, actually, couldn't I? Interesting conundrum. How many blocks are we in length? About 3 to connect onto, but it's outside of this, so that'd be like 1, 2, 3, and the connector would be there. Perhaps it wouldn't look too odd having half blocks. Perhaps that would fit. I like the idea of having them that 2 in height. I mean, I could make a racking on the inside so the walkway goes around. That would make sense. Well, that's a temporary placement for now, just to see how this works. Let's now make a vehicle that can handle this. Yeah, this should be fun. Let's see what we can do. Let's get the landing gear. Have some weight in it really, but and now I'll just use the lights. Okay, I think we should go for small wheels for now. See how they look and work. Kind of seem stupid, don't they, when you have them on there? Well, that shocks that little wheel. You've got no clearance. But I'd imagine quite a few of them in a row with the suspension travel turn right down. There's actually no suspension. That could actually look quite good. Though they're touching, so that's not going to work. If I sort the steering out nice, so that could work really nice. At least it looks like it can carry some weight. In fact, I'm picturing now having a little bit at the back with a piston on. It goes forward, grabs the container, lifts it up, pulls it back, and then the weight is centralised over the middle then. It's going to have to be a bit longer then, isn't it? Problem is turning. Well, let's do the first version of this and see how that goes, and we can then improve on it from there. So it's going to be 7 wide. So a container will fit over it just nicely, actually. That would be the width of the container of the wheels underneath. That works out quite nicely, actually. If we can make this work. I think I have to make it longer, but I don't really want to. No. Oh, you know what? I've got the right ones selected, I need the left ones, don't I? I've just realised that now, because there's nothing worse than putting it together and configuring it to find out you're going around in circles. Or one left. Okay. I think that could work. We'll replace these with another block to actually hold the thing. I think what we'll do is we'll put a section at the back now. We're going to need a piston. I've just had a sudden thought about pistons on small ships. Why have I got a feeling you can't do that? You can. So I was thinking you couldn't. Make it for a second then. I should probably put extra space there before I connect this. Nowhere near high enough. They extend 4 blocks. Now 4 blocks in large block world is not really going to be that many. Should be enough to get up there though. If I want to go twice the height, then it's not going to work. If I do that, it needs to pick up off the floor. That's 2 blocks from the floor, so it's like 1. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna move the whole assembly back a bit further. Through it. Because that piston is actually 1 block too high to run the other piston off going forwards. I'd have to do something along the lines of dropping this down, but I can't move it there. Definitely gonna have to come back further anyway. The clearance underneath isn't too great either. Go there. But make life easier, let's turn these into half blocks. Block on it here, 2 blocks wide, 2, and a piston of 2, and then a block. So I need to do 1 more block of that height. It's only going to look strange, but I think once we've got the concept of how it's going to work right, we can then mess around with the wheels and make it a little bit better. But also, I want the weight to balance central. Once it's on, try and place this now is a nightmare. Right, there we go. Okay, in fact, no, I need to add another block. I just realised because I need to hang off the edge without touching the underside. Oh, I could just use the blast blocks, I suppose, for that connection. Technical. Let's use this one, the angle, that it won't affect the side. I'm not going to do this one though, because it's going to hit the side as well. But that's not even going to work, because I need to move the other direction. I need to go 2 blocks out, and then connect there. But no, let's use the piston there, because there's no point adding a block that we don't need to add when it will work that way. I'm going to have to put a block above the connect to go on. I think this idea is not going to work as well, especially the weight on the piston, but let's give it a go. Something to do. Something to do. Right. And that's still not going to work. Is it? That needs to be 2 blocks off the ground when we pick it up. No, this isn't going to work. That would have to be right at the front of the vehicle. Well, let's pop it on for a second, a bit higher up, and then just see if it can actually take the weight for one. Landing gear as well. See me having to rebuild this totally. And that's not going up any inclines thinking about it either. That's not going to make it up here because it'll ground up, it'll ground out there, won't it? So no, this isn't going to be a final design by no means at all. No way that's going to be a final design. Let's test the theory though. With let's go on a second. Let's test the theory.